Prologue: the neon signs outside flickered against the damp streets of Seoul. A drizzle had just ended, leaving the pavement shimmering with reflections of car headlights and the glow of convenience stores. In the corner of a busy alley, a small computer shop stood quietly, its thin reed Farah PC, the letters faintly glowing against the night. Inside, the air hummed with the steady whir of computer fans. Rows of screens lit the cramped shop, most empty. Except for the corner where Kim Farah sat. She was small in frame, with long, straight black hair that draped over her shoulders. Her beauty was understated yet stricken sharp eyes, a hint of gloss on her lips. But what defined her most was the tired determination on her face as she typed away on an old laptop. Farah wasn't just the shop owner. She was also its only worker, its cleaner, its manager, and sometimes its unpaid customer. To the world, it was just a tiny PC cafe lost in Seoul's endless maze. To her, it was survival. The door chimed. The first to enter was Kim Jun, tall, pale-skinned, with thick glasses. He adjusted them nervously as he stepped in, his backpack hanging loose on his shoulders. Though born into wealth, his shy posture betrayed none of it. He always looked like he carried the weight of conversations. He never dared to speak. "Still open?" he asked softly. "Always!" Farah replied, smiling faintly. A louder laugh followed behind him.
Seong Min pushed through the door, dressed in flashy clothes that screamed boutique owner.
He had that playful grin that could melt tension in an instant. Childish, some would call him, but in truth, he was a man masking worries with mischief. "You didn't even wait for me, Jun," Seong Min teased, draping an arm over his friend. Minutes later, the door opened again. This time, silence followed. Min Sunho stepped inside, his presence heavier than the others. He was tall, serious, and his eyes carried the shadow of someone who had seen too much struggle. Poverty clung to him like a second skin, yet his posture was proud, unbending. He nodded once at Farah, then took a seat without a word. Not long after, the brightness of the room shifted when Kyuni entered. She carried herself like a star even when she tried not to. Her beauty was camera-ready, her clothes sleek, her smile calculated. As the ambassador of Jiya Entertainment, she was used to being the center of attention. Yet tonight, her eyes seemed restless, as though the glitz of fame weighed heavier than chains. And finally, Kang Mirah burst in, spinning halfway before catching herself against the doorframe. Her laughter echoed, light and unbothered. She was pretty, charming, but behind her carefree act was a quiet storm. Her family pulling her one way, her dream of dancing pulling her another. In that cramped PC shop, the six of them gathered, filling the quiet room with warmth. Arguments, jokes, and silences, heavy, with things left unsaid. Farah looked at her friends, her lips curving into a tired smile. To the outside world, they were just ordinary youths, scattered across Seoul, fighting their own hidden battles. But here, inside this little shop, they were something else, something rare. They were a family of strugglers, dreamers, and survivors. And though none of them knew it yet, the choices they would make together would change everything.